Hi, welcome to Inside the Moms Club, where being a mom is the coolest place to be. Here in the Moms Club, we believe that what embarrasses you now will make a great story later. And let's face it, you don't laugh sometimes, you're gonna cry. Join us in having a good laugh together. I'm Monica Samuels. You are now inside the Moms Club, your private destination for all things mom. Hello, moms. I'm Monica Samuels. Welcome to Inside the Moms Club, and I'm here with my co-host today, Julie Orchid.
Hello.
Julie.
How are you?
I'm excellent. If you can't tell by looking, for those who can see this, it's a podcast, so I will describe it. She's wearing a very glittery top, and that's because last night we went to Dancing with the Stars. It was great fun, and
not for everyone is a dream, but I was
over it
a bit smitten.
She was more than smitten. She almost knocked me over getting a view from my seat. I think she wanted my seat. In fact, at one point you did kind of ask for my seat, and I'm like, I love this seat for lots of reasons. But yes, we had a good view of Derek Huff.
Lord, it was the Derek Huff show.
The judge that you just, it was Derek Huff all the time. Yes.
If every man could dance like Derek Huff, there would be a lot more happiness in the world.
If every man could look like Derek Huff,
well, there would be a lot of, I think that goes without saying.
He's a very handsome man, and such a nice judge too. You know.
Yeah, positive.
Yeah. I wouldn't be afraid of him if you were judging me. And I'm a terrible dancer.
I feel like he could teach you how to dance. Like, I feel like he could, like, really get you to, maybe have a little bit of rhythm.
I think I'd be willing to let him try to teach me how to dance.
Oh, definitely.
One of the few people that I would even dare to, show that side of me. But
okay, well, I'm willing to say that Dancing with the Stars is not all about Derek Huff. There were so many incredible dances, and I think that I love the way that they do the expression and talk about. Last night was talking about, your favorite, well, not necessarily your favorite, but talk about what year you remember the most.
Your most memorable year.
Most memorable.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was trying to get the words out.
Yeah.
So your most memorable year. And it was really touching. I think we should talk about, Barry, because the Brady Bunch. Let's talk about his most memorable year.
Well, his most memorable year was 1968, which was the year before he broke out on the Brady Bunch. Mm-hmm. So, and that was exciting too. I mean,
his dance was incredible.
He was really good. But as someone, I grew up watching the Brady Bunch, so that was pretty cool. And then he said he wanted to meet us.
Yes.
So we got to go down to the stage.
Yeah.
And meet him and take a picture with him. And
I twirled my way on over.
Very nice, super nice. I didn't dare tell him that I always preferred Peter Brady myself, but I just he was great. No, it was really fun. But you did have an idea. I think you did talk to me about an idea, because we often talk about diet ideas here on the show. We don't want to emphasize that too much, but it's for some of us out here.
I'm not willing to give up a cheeseburger for just anybody.
So you came up in the middle of the show. You had a great diet idea that I think we should share with America. What was that?
It's called the Derek Huff diet. If he's willing to teach me how to dance and lift me above his head, I'm willing to make it happen for him without him pulling his back out.
So you imagine that you have the opportunity to dance with Derek Huff.
Yeah.
And so you diet for however many weeks it takes.
Exactly.
To get to that shape where you feel confident that you could dance with Derek.
Listen, if that carrot is going to be dangled in front of me, I'm going to take the challenge.
I know.
I would really love to be a good dancer.
I think that's
with a great partner.
Better idea. See, I had another diet idea. I'll just segue here for one moment. And I tried Wegovy, which is the same thing as Ozempic for those who aren't familiar. It's the exact same drug. And the trick to losing weight on that is it makes you so nauseous that you don't want to eat. And that's basically it. You're just
Monica, that sounds so delightful.
For those who've been pregnant before, or we're moms, of course, so I guess that's most of our audience. That's the feeling you have. And so that is pretty awful. But then I had another diet I did. I thought, well, here's another way to do it without feeling nauseous. What if there was a book, and I hate to even give this away because I like to write books and things. So I'm giving my big secret away. What if there was a book that was nothing but disgusting pictures, so that before you ate, you had to flip through the most nauseating things you could look at?
Oh my gosh.
It would give you the effect of that drug without.
I think you should stick to the podcast.
I think you're probably right. And I think the Derek Huff diet, that's what I'm saying. When you brought that one up, I thought, now that's a good diet. That's motivating.
But I mean, I think I'm being funny, but obviously he's amazing to watch and very, just gives art to the audience. Mm-hmm. So I would like to know, what kind of dance you would like to learn, if you had, first of all, we need to teach you how to dance.
Well, right. Okay.
But if you could, after watching last night, there was the waltz. There was, I don't know the names, like triple Lindy, whatever.
Yeah, I
guess
know
that's a gymnastics term. Okay. I don't know. But
before I answer your question, I have to share a story.
Okay.
I took ballet as a child. I was not good. And there was one, and it's as etched in my memory, my experience. There was one rehearsal where Miss Graciela, our teacher,
bless her,
who had exiled from Cuba as a prima ballerina, she was a very serious woman. And she gathers us all together because we're just kind of not doing it. And she says, girls, this is terrible. This is awful. You're not even trying. But except Monica. Monica is awful. She is terrible. And she is trying. So it's like, that was me being an example to the group. And
listen, your failure was helping everybody. Like that at your expense.
I was on the back. She put me on the back row in the corner, which was a blessed thing. And right after that show, I went to play tennis, and that was the end.
That is
but
the
it
end.
Scarred me for life. I could not.
Wow.
I can't dance.
We're gonna fix that because we're always dancing in the beginning of the show, and I love my friend Monica, but we're gonna practice the step, touch, shimmy because it's very painful.
Wait, yesterday on the dance floor at Dancing with the Stars, I did a dance. That was my
you did?
Yeah,
carry on.
Can you put the video up there of me at Dancing with the Stars?
You did do a good job.
Thank you. It's the only. Yeah. See, I
think you're going to be a contestant.
Well, let's not go that far.
Yeah. Right. We'll see.
Unless they change it to like Falling Stars or something and change the name of it.
Yeah, that's true. So
while Tony's bringing up my my sample, my audition tape, I had a question for you.
I would like to do contemporary, and I think you were going to ask me.
That's what I was going to ask
with Derek
Huff. I could see you. You know what? When I saw those monkey bars yesterday, I thought that's what Julie wants to be doing. She wants to be hanging off these monkey bars.
Well, let's talk about the monkey bars because nobody knows what that means.
Okay. Charity.
From The Bachelorette.
From The Bachelorette, did an amazing dance. She started kind of like hanging off some monkey bar. I mean, it was like they were on this huge contraption.
No net, stood straight up, and then fell backwards into her partner's arm. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. Dancing with the Stars, you have to completely trust your partner if you're going to be any good at all. And
contemporary dance, I find interesting to watch. Now, I will also share, many years ago also, I really liked this guy and thought he was very cute. And he said, hey, there's a ballroom dancing class. Do you want to go try that so we can both learn it? So I actually even tried that. After many broken toes on his part.
Yeah, he's stepping on you.
Yeah, that didn't work out either. But I did learn. I think ballroom dancing is beautiful. I mean, just the ability to.
So you're choosing the waltz, is what you're saying to me.
I guess I'm choosing the waltz if I was physically able to do such a thing.
You are. Well, let's talk about that. I mean, if you were picked to be a mom on Dancing with the Stars, let's say they had the mom's Dancing
version
with the Stars, the version. I mean, you would do it, right?
It would be. I'm so bad. At dancing. I mean, I guess I'm just scarred from that child. I don't know. I'm just not good at it. I'm not good at aerobics either because I step on people. I just don't. it's just.
But would you take this opportunity? Would you have enough faith in yourself that, hey, they picked me for a reason? Maybe they're picking you because they really want to take someone who can't dance and turn him into a beautiful swan. I mean, am I the only person who's thought about wanting to be on Dances with the Stars?
Well, you know what? If I was able to dance, if that was a skill I had, I would love it.
Yeah.
It is not a skill I have. It's just like you're not going to see me
Monica,
beat Bobby Flay or anything. I'm not a cook either.
Would you take the opportunity?
Would I take the opportunity? If I was so skilled.
God almighty.
I can't dance.
That's okay.
But people will teach me.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Well, for example, here's my. Okay, here I am.
Here's Monica's audition.
One dance. There you go. See. That's the beginning of the Charleston for those who can't see.
She's like, what is happening?
Yeah, that's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Yeah. So see, I would not. But okay, let's go back to Dancing with the Stars and get off of me for a minute. I noticed yesterday the thing about Dancing with the Stars that I appreciate the most. It has such a loyal fan base. Yeah. It has been around for many, many years. And there's a reason, because the fans absolutely adore it, and they really get into it. And I have watched it on and off over the years. But Julie here, now this is why they get in it too.
Yeah.
Julie's sitting next to me, and she's pointing to me. So that person used to be married to that person, and that person is dating that person.
Right.
And
that
this
person got divorced, and that is someone's sister.
And I'm like, yeah, and she kept nudging me. Okay, that's her sister, and that's her friend, and she cheated with him, and now he's with her. And there's a lot of drama in it for those who've not watched it. And I think if you really start to get into the storyline, because sometimes you aren't familiar with some of the people that are on it because they're, they might be in social media and it's not an influencer you follow or whatever. But yeah, when you start listening to this, you're like, wow, you know.
It's like a whole series show. It's like watching, a Netflix series. So anyway, but I think the most important part about last night is we really hit it because we got to go to a very special taping. There was a lot of VIPs there. And for those who may not watch the show and have, dreaming of dancing like me, Len Goodman was a judge on the show for many, many, many years. And he was funny and he was cranky. I think that was my favorite part is that he's so cranky and, was very determined to get people to dance the right way. He passed away this past year, and there was an incredible, beautiful tribute to him and what, he provided to that show. It was everything. Mm-hmm. And it was an emotional time. It
was actually, yeah. There was a lot of people that used to work with him. They were there. Right. And they were all crying after they did a number in tribute to him, and everybody was in tears. Yeah. And that was, yeah. It was nice to be there on such an important evening for them. Yeah. As well.
I mean, your biggest fear is that you may not be able to dance. My biggest fear would be getting hurt. I would be injured in ice baths. I mean, it would just be something, I would probably cry every day.
I actually, now that you mention it, okay, if I were to be on it, if I had no other choice, this would be my strategy. Yeah. I'd go for the sympathy vote. So on the first number, they'd wheel me around and I would fall dramatically. But I would keep on going.
Oh, that's it.
So even though I'm terrible, nobody really realizes because I really can't dance. It's because
you got injured.
Yeah. I have acting skills. I just don't have.
You sure do.
I don't have singing or dancing skills, unfortunately.
All right. Well, what was your favorite moment about last night?
You want to hear me sing? No. No, you really don't. My favorite moment from last night, I did like Charity's. Yeah. That was a beautiful dance.
I think she's going to win it all. I'm just going to put that out there.
Okay. You're on record as saying that.
That's okay. That's my opinion.
Well, to give you another example of, it was a great show and I absolutely loved it. But I screamed so loud because they told you to. Yeah, that was part of the deal. The audience, they give you direction.
Hold on a second. Monica thought she was going to the World Series already. As we know, the Texas Rangers are her favorite. I had to remind her we're at Dancing with the Stars.
That was my point. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So they said yell and scream.
You sure did.
And you didn't. You didn't. You just, I don't know what. You were not as enthusiastic as I was because I just imagined I was at the World Series cheering for my team. So, and every once in a while I even yelled "Go Rangers." So I was like,
you sure did.
just to test it out.
Just to test it.
Yes, I'm more of a sports fan than a dance fan, but but it was great. I'm not gonna.
I mean, it would take every to get out there, but I think that's an opportunity I would take. Why not?
Yeah. Well, you and I were going to take guitar lessons. And we were going to have. Our friend Jennifer's going to be on the drums, and I went with her to ACL, and she said she'd be willing to learn to play the banjo. So
didn't know
I think we're good.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, she'll be on in a moment.
Well, I want to know what these ladies think. Let's bring them in and ask them.
Yeah, we have some Zoomer moms,
Yeah.
and you know what? I think we should ask some people who can dance what they think.
That's right.
So let's bring in our Zoomer moms, and let's find out what they think about Dancing with the Stars. Okay, hello, Helen. Welcome to the show. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then my question for you is, if you could dance with anyone on Dancing with the Stars, who would it be?
Hi, Monica. So I'm a married mother of one, a 12-year-old daughter, and I will say that I did take 3 years of cotillion, so I do know of most of the dances they do on Dancing with the Stars. And my husband and I took waltzing lessons before we got married so that we could master a song by Nat King Cole called Around the World in 80 Days. Or Around the World I Searched for You from the movie Around the World in 80 Days. All that said, my husband is not a good dancer, and so he would not be my pick. Hugh Jackman would be my pick to do a waltz.
Wait, who would be your pick?
Who would?
Hugh Jackman.
Oh, my gosh. Good one.
That is a good choice.
That's solid.
I love
there.
it, and I'm sure you do a beautiful job since you can dance.
Yeah.
Well, I can dance. I just unfortunately have a tendency to lead, but I think that I would be able to allow Hugh Jackman to lead.
God, I hope so.
You'd make that exception.
I would make that. I would, put.
That's an excellent choice, Helen. Excellent choice.
Yeah, that's
well. If you've seen the movie The Greatest Showman, I mean,
over and over.
That's all that needs to be said.
That's a great show on many levels.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, do you watch Dancing with the Stars?
So I've watched it many seasons over the years, and I would say that it would be fun to dance with Greg Brady. That would be very cool. Also, being a fan of the Brady Bunch, but I think it's great that they have so many different people from all walks of life. Sports figures. Yeah. I'd like to see a few more politicians in there occasionally, but I think they need a mom category. I think this could be the start of something amazing.
I think they should. They should do
That's
a whole
great
mom.
Idea.
Yeah.
Listen, on that whole Greg Brady situation, you wouldn't have to worry because you would be the leader. She would be leading.
Oh,
yeah, for sure.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Is he not a good dancer?
Yeah, Julie. After he took a nice picture with us, and he's a great, awesome guy. I think he did a great job last night.
But I mean, I think if Helen's,
well, if you're willing to lead, you know what? There are no rules anymore.
I just need somebody who knows what they're doing.
Well, exactly. You know what? These days, women need to lead in all things, including dance. At this point, the men have been doing this long enough. Look where it's gotten us. And let's do
it.
Let's start.
We're good.
In fact, that's a great idea.
All right.
So Jennifer, welcome to the Moms Club, and can you tell us a little about yourself? And who's your?
Yes, hi. I live in Austin, Texas. I have 2 children, a high school senior and a college senior. But I have 2 dogs, one of which will not leave me alone right now.
Yes,
he is, having a day. I have a really quick answer to your question because I just saw Ryan Gosling's dance as a high school dancer, and he was unbelievable. So I didn't realize what natural talent he has dancing. So I would swing dance with Ryan Gosling.
All right. Wow. That
was my number 2 pick.
That is a great choice.
And I say swing dance because I took swing dancing in college, and I taught my husband, who's he's more of an athlete than a dancer. I taught him how to do a few swing moves, and it's got us through every wedding.
That's amazing.
That is great.
I'm having visions of John Travolta and Princess Diana when they were going around the floor at the White House.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. So, Jennifer, I'd love to shop for a dress for that occasion.
for
I
you.
actually have. If you ever need a really easy Halloween costume with your husband, he can wear a tuxedo and you can put on a ball gown and then you put on numbers and you're like a ballroom dancing team.
Well, I'd have to find a husband, but I could find.
Well, we did that twice and it was a hit. Oh, sorry.
No, I'm kidding. I'm teasing.
Yeah,
I'm teasing.
The Finding a Husband episode is a
that's
future
next.
special edition of Inside the Moms Club that we haven't quite had yet. Laura, welcome to the Moms Club. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what.
Well, I am a mom, and I think what's happening in my life right now is that I don't actually get to watch television shows that I like. I watch the television shows that my 9-year-old likes. So no, I do not have much experience with what we're speaking about tonight. However, if I were to dance with anyone, it would be Fred Astaire.
Oh.
And I would like to learn how to belly dance because of my Lebanese background. And I think it's super sexy and super empowering.
Yeah.
And also, I do want a man to lead me in dance because I would like a man to lead.
There you go. I mean, and I have to agree. This is why I have the crush.
Yeah.
Because, I don't have to worry.
I like the Fred Astaire. I mean, who said they had to be alive? It's like, yeah, the great dancers. No, he was amazing.
This question, because again, and I love everything that you guys speak about, and like I do struggle a little bit with like, so as a mom with a little boy, my life is not exactly where I pictured it, or where like I'm always fantasizing about like, well, who will I be in 5 years or 10 years, But yeah.
Well, this brings me to a really good question. So do you think that you could teach him how to dance and how to be a lead with a woman?
I actually really appreciate what you're saying, because I just remember during COVID and having a kindergarten, first grader, second grader during COVID, and what we did as a family was, Alexa, play our favorite songs. And at that time, it was Hamilton. It was the Hamilton soundtrack.
Oh, yes.
Right. So
me
and my son and I, proper English, we had so many dance parties. It was like something I posted. It was something that like it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm a little frustrated because he had that fire and he really loved, musicals and showmanship. However, because it was such a Zoom thing, it got to be a Zoom thing. Well, we can just do a Zoom class. Let's teach you how to dance via Zoom. He lost that. But I just remember for me that during that time, that's what we did. We'd put on Michael Jackson. Of course, Michael Jackson for a 7-year-old is really freaking cool.
Yeah.
And,
this
I'm
is...
sorry.
I mean,
I'm rambling.
We should have danced to all of those tunes, especially Hamilton. That was really hot, hot, hot. You know what I mean? And I've driven 1,000 miles listening to the Hamilton soundtrack, And so,
Exactly.
I mean, I think that's, I like what she has to say.
I agree. No, I agree. I do agree with that, because I have a son, and I think having getting your sons to learn to dance and actually do a lot of the social things that I think make life,
Well, that's what.
Well, my son also was the 3-year-old who was in the ballet class, because I thought that was going to make him,
yeah,
more sociable. But
so it's,
no.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, it could come out at a different time to be more sociable. But what we do know, we heard that next week's going to be Whitney Houston. It's possible that there might be like a Taylor Swift time too. So if you guys had to pick, I would say like the 20s, the 30s, the 40s. What would you guys pick?
Yeah, what era would you pick if you wanted to, on Dancing with Us? What would you like to see? Which year? Yeah, disco versus.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You mentioned Fred Astaire and the great ballroom dancing. Mm-hmm. So Helen, what would you choose, and why?
I love all the period piece television shows, whether it's Downton Abbey and when they're all in there, the Gilded Age or whatever you want to call it, when they're doing those, very formal dances with all the amazing costumes and dresses. So I don't know what time period that is, but a long time ago.
That would be, as a history for
Yes,
that would
Monica.
be 1880 to 1910.
Our history buff
Somewhere
can
in there.
answer that question.
No, but that's a beautiful period. That would be amazing.
Yeah, that would. I always say I was born in the wrong era.
It's very
Yeah.
romantic.
It is romantic. And the
Yes.
costume, I mean, everything about it, the dress,
Yeah.
everything. Jennifer, what about you? What era are you looking for? I mean, I'm guessing it's disco, but you go for it.
No, wow.
Oh, I'm joking, of course.
I don't know. You see me in the tight lame. No, I think for me it would definitely be like this in Greece. The scene where.
Oh my God, you want to be Sandy in the black leather. That's it.
I do. Yeah, that's for me. No, but before the black leather, when she was they were having the dance competition in the gym. That was definitely like an iconic dance scene that I'd love to relive. Also, West Side Story. I love all those dances too. That's all. I guess it's all modified swing.
I mean, I also see you as cha-cha in Greece, when she breaks over and I'm just kidding.
Totally.
Okay, Laura, I'm really curious what you would pick, because you have a younger child, a little bit younger, so spill
The
it.
50s. Gene Kelly, Fred Astaire, us putting on our snuggles and just pretending like we know how to tap dance.
Oh,
That would be cool. They've done this show for so many years. Have they
well,
done?
last night they had top hat. I mean,
Well, they
Lynn
had
was
that
very
mix it
traditional,
in,
and they had tails.
Yeah.
The gentleman had. I mean, and if you didn't see last night, I'm going to highly encourage you go and take a look at it because it is. If you love that, Laura, you may not have time to watch this on a regular basis, but that 5-minute dance will make you feel good all day. So it was a very beautiful waltz with almost every single person that ever did, work with Lynn Goodman.
Well, and it was they performed to Moon River from Breakfast at Tiffany's, which is beautiful. I mean,
Yeah.
Love that song.
yeah,
That's what you're talking about.
That was
Yeah.
my parents' favorite song.
yeah. It is. That is beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm getting kind of inspired to maybe
There
get
you
back
go.
get back on the dance floor, because I think
I'd
is
like to do
pretty
like a
cool.
salsa kind of tango. I mean, that movie, that tango movie that I can't think of the name of right now.
Scent of a Woman.
Thank you. Thank you. That's it. Is that Robert De Niro?
Al Pacino.
Al Pacino, same. I can't get him. Like, Al Pacino. It was, that's a beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah.
But for someone who's afraid of falling, Julie, I would be.
Listen, I said I was going to go on a diet. They should be able to hold tight and hang on. So we'll see. I don't know.
That is tricky. Well, so who should they pick for? Now, Helen said a politician, but I will say that the longtime host of Dancing with the Stars came out and explained. Now, whenever we air this show, this will be a few weeks old news, but he came out and explained why he left the show. And it was because he told them, we need to stop putting politicians on. It's too divisive, and this show should be about taking everyone away from all that. And when they selected
I see
Sean
that
Spicer, he got upset and he left. So, but he said it wasn't a Republican or Democrat thing. He just didn't think that was appropriate. But you enjoyed it. Why did you enjoy that? Seeing someone out of their element dancing?
I think that's like why the sports people or the actors who've never really danced before. I mean, they're used to being in front of the camera, obviously, as are a lot of politicians. But I don't know. It's just taking people out of their comfort zone.
Helen and I love the underdog. Come on.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think it's interesting, certainly. And last night there's a social influencer. Is that what he is?
Yeah, he bless his heart.
Well, he's yeah.
He was very nervous.
If you want to know what I would look like dancing, that's the closest example of how he dances. Is very stiff.
Yeah.
And not with a lot of emotion.
Now listen, he
to
can pick you up and throw you above his head, but like Carrie Ann
And
said,
that I can't do.
you need to feel it. You need to get into it. And I don't really practice what I preach. I can't dance either. That's the secret.
Well, we're going to put this on our Instagram, but Carrie Ann gave us a great. So I asked her. I said, I can't dance. I'm the worst. But I have to dance at all these things at my son's at frat parties, like not real frat parties. When the moms come to join the fraternity.
You're like, just in case it's not dark in here, what do I do?
He's mortally embarrassed when I get out there. It's like, oh my gosh, really, Mom? This is like, oh. So I asked her. I said, what is the dance for those of us who have 2 left feet, and it's really bad. And so she showed me the step touch.
She sure did.
She demonstrated, and we will put it on Instagram. She showed me the step touch.
And then
for all of you who,
I don't know, can we play it, Tony? Yeah.
Oh,
we're gonna give it a try.
Yeah. She showed me. She'd get a demonstration. Ladies, this is how you dance when you don't know how to dance. I forgot to ask you. I'm the world's worst dancer. So, but I have to go to these moms.
Everyone says that.
Yeah, it's true.
The basic step is step touch.
Oh, there you go.
You must know step touch. Step together, step together. And then you do it based on whatever music, because if you just have that on the beat, you can do.
There you go.
You can do like a swing, you can do Alfonso, or you can do, there's so many different ways to do that. It's very simple.
Step touch.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Sorry, it's my
Moms
favorite.
out there?
And also, you know what? As a woman, you can always shimmy.
Oh.
I know they're so simple, but they really, I don't know, they bring joy. Yeah, that's my advice. That's great advice. Thank you so much. I love it.
Yeah, ladies.
Preview of our Instagram post, but that's an important one, really. So I'm going to practice step.
That's the tidbit of the day. Step touch.
Yeah.
Step touch.
Yeah, you
Pretty
shimmy.
simple. Yeah, I did shimmy last
do
night. That's true.
If I start shimmying with my son at the frat party, I think we're going to have a whole other issue. But yeah, no. I thought
it was pretty dreamy.
It was instructive. It was dreamy. It was a ton of fun.
Yeah.
To go to that last night.
Yeah, to see how they make it all work.
Yeah.
So, a real treat.
And
sure.
are you going to take that off at some point?
No, I'm going to sleep in it tonight.
Yeah, she's inspired. She's like all about dancing.
Yeah. Now we're going to sign everyone up for a dance class. Guitar, dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't realize. I mean, Jennifer's such a dancer. It's like, let's definitely bring her into the group.
For sure.
And the band and everything
What we need
else.
to do is get you set up on like the game Just Dance, where it's competitive dancing.
Oh.
You put 3 of you in a row, and you have to like follow the dance moves.
Okay.
Whoever follows the best gets points, and you'd be good at that. 'Cause you're competitive.
I did do that.
Oh, you did?
And I lost.
Did you lose?
And I'm highly competitive, so don't even. Yeah.
Oh, not fun. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. You're very competitive. So
I am competitive.
She's still upset
I guess
about
I
her
could
Uber
still
rating.
try.
Yeah.
I will still make some kind of an effort. But and Laura, I bet you can dance. So I bet when your son is in college, and you're going to these, you're going to be one of those moms out there that everybody's going to be like, oh, I can't even. I'm getting off the floor.
If I don't learn belly dancing within 12 months, I'm going to be very upset with myself.
Wow, you just laid that out there, Laura. Now I'm going to call you in 12 months and be like, yeah.
I've been talking about it for 2 years, and I will. You guys, you be my accountability friends.
Okay.
And say, have you learned this? Because
oh my gosh.
I
don't think I could belly dance.
It could be something you could do. It's a little. Yeah, I think you could do it.
Well, when you master the belly dancing, we want a demonstration. You can share it with the Moms of America. Belly dancing actually is good aerobic
really good
activity.
for you.
So,
guys, exactly.
That's for sure. But as far as dancing goes, I mean, this was about Dances with the Stars, talking about it, the challenge of it and doing it. But I would like to know from you guys is like, what would you find most challenging about it? Like Dancing with the Stars? Laura.
Oh my goodness, what a question.
Oh, I mean, what would you find? I think it would be your schedule, being out there with your son. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's an obvious point.
Yeah.
It would also, honestly, what would be most challenging for me is, another thing that I'm giving my heart and commitment to.
Yeah.
That it's almost like, so there's all these, and I struggle with this as a mom, right?
Yeah.
And I ask other moms how they deal with it. So like, there's all these things we want to do. And there's all these things that if we were to focus 100% on, we would be amazing at.
Yeah.
But how are we allowed to do that? And even giving the resources that,
Yeah.
obviously as humans, we have resources, but like, what is it that makes it so what we focus on and what's important to us? Because like I said, I would have liked to have been belly dancing for 2 years now. And the truth is,
Yeah.
I can say every day, well, I can't do that class because I've got my son to pick up at 6 or 4 or 3 or whatever it is. And so
I'm really glad you brought it up. They talked about that last night. These people dance 7 days a week, and the schedule is brutal.
Well, and when you're a mom too, it's like what you're saying. There's a period in your life when your child is grown, and you go back and you say, because there's 2 parts of my life where I say I was checked out then of the world because I was busy with one was law school because I couldn't talk to anybody then, and the other was when my children were growing up. So people will say, "Did you see that movie or did you do that?"
Yeah, that's the stage
no,
Laura's in. That's
I
the
was
stage.
with my child was 7, 8, 9. So
yeah.
What about you, Helen?
So I think the biggest challenge would be being worried about doing the right steps. And, Len Goodman was always so particular and, really tough on the dancers when they, had the wrong footwork. And so that would be my biggest fear or biggest concern for myself about.
She would be afraid of crying.
You would be afraid of hearing that there was a wobble.
There was a wobble.
A wobble is a problem.
We heard that word a lot.
Monica, I'm not sure when the movie came out, but you have to go back and watch the movie Hitch when Will Smith tries to teach Kevin, what's his name?
Just Kevin. Yeah.
We know I know you're talking about.
Kevin, yeah. How to dance. And that's basically what Carrie Ananava was trying to explain, the steps.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Jennifer.
So she got it from that. So
and you can see how Will Smith adds the little touches in, and
there we
Kevin.
go.
Okay. Well, I will watch that. So finally, Jennifer, what would you find the most challenging?
Oh, for sure. Remembering all the steps. Like, I think I could do each one individually, but then like putting it all together, I think I might get lost in the middle. Like that would be the hard part.
Frustration at its
height. You have to
height.
be pretty flexible and I'm moderately flexible, but
that's my problem too with dancing. I might be able to pick up 3 steps together, but then you get to the 4th, 5th, and 6th is where I completely fall out. But where I think I would be most challenged, other than my skills, is they do, like you said, if they stay in the competition, they spend a whole other week learning an entirely new routine. And when you think about, like when your kids or when you even were a child, even though I got kind of kicked out, when doing recitals, they spend weeks teaching the routine to do one routine, and it takes forever. Can you imagine these people every week have to learn a new routine and then appear in front of millions of people
to be judged?
To be judged, yeah.
Well, on
and
a positive note, though, I really want to say that Dancing with the Stars, for me, would be do I believe in myself enough to take on this challenge and learn something new? And I think that is hard for everybody to do because, release the perfection.
This has been a great show, and I think we need to have a follow-up show to it, and that is... We're going to do a follow-up. We're going to have Laura's going to be here, and she is going to bring with her belly dancing video and show us all and go through how Helen, who can do all the dances, we're going to just watch her go through all of them and teach us all. And then Jennifer will do some swing dancing for those who can't.
Yeah.
And I will do the step touch.
There you go.
And it'll be a great show. And we want to just thank Dancing with the Stars for last night, allowing us to be part of the show. It was like so much fun. We can't wait. Hopefully, they ever get to go back and do it again because it was that
mom show.
It was that much fun. Well, I can't believe we're already out of time. This has been a lot of fun. Check us out on our Instagram at Inside the Moms Club, where you'll find some other clips from our experience at Dancing with the Stars and pictures and fun things that we did there. Mm-hmm. We want to share with you that we are going on the road soon. In fact, we want to thank today our sponsor, Hearth and Soul, and they are an inviting place to gather, connect, discover, and acquire beautiful things for yourself, your home, or someone special in your life. Their curated collection of simple, modern, and classic items, including top brands and artisan goods, will both warm your heart and feed your soul. They have stores in St. Louis, Tallahassee, and in our hometown of Austin, Texas. You can find them at hearthandsoul.com, and we are planning to go on the road, and our first show will be at Hearth and Soul. So we
Yes.
definitely want to thank
All right.
them.
Woo.
So again, it's been a pleasure as always to be with you, and we hope to see you again soon. Remember the Moms Club motto: if you don't laugh sometimes, you're going to cry. So keep laughing out there, Moms of America. We'll see you next time inside the Moms Club.
Woo! Dance, step, touch. Very-